No, you started because Carlos Mencia gave you a break. You were at one of
Yes.
his shows with your dad, right?
Yes.
And
Yes. And then Mencia was on stage, started making midget jokes, and half the audience was laughing, and the audience that was sitting by me was like, not laughing. And Mencia noticed that. And he's like, "Why aren't you guys laugh?" He goes, "What, is one of them here?" And I just raised my creepy little hand in the air, and he called me up on stage.
Had you done stand-up before?
Never.
Wow.
And he called me up on stage. He's like, "I want to talk to you." And he started talking to me, and he asked me questions, and I answered the questions honestly. I wasn't trying to be funny. I just answered the questions, but my answers got laughs from the audience, and that was like, oh my God, this is the greatest feeling in the world.
Wow.
And then
Yeah.
I've heard you tell this story before, so I'm going to prompt you to it.
That's okay.
But he then saw you. You started doing stand-up, and he saw you, what, a year or so later?
Yeah, a little over a year later, he saw me at the Ontario Improv. I was coming to watch his show. He saw me before the show, and he says, "Hey, you're that dude from last time." And I go, "Yeah." And he goes, and I told him, I go, "I've started doing comedy since then." And he goes, "Oh my God." He goes, "Do you want to open up my show tonight?" I went, "Yeah."
Wow.
Isn't that great?
So that's how I got, quote unquote, discovered as a guest spot. And he gave me a guest spot. I went on, did my 3 minutes, 5 minutes, whatever it was, got off stage, and Mencia goes home. Like, I kind of put you on because I thought, oh, you're a midget. That's funny enough. He'll do fine. But then you did well. So then he asked me to open up for him on the road. And then literally the next week, I was going to the Fox Theater in Bakersfield. And that's 1,400 people, and doing that. And I was about a year and a half into comedy, and now I'm going back to the Fox Theater this year as the headliner, which is just kind of a Fox Theater in Bakersfield, California.
So here's my question: like, because he's a controversial figure in comedy,
sure,
and he was so generous and good to you. Where does that leave you feeling?
It's a feeling that I feel like we can apply to a lot of people. Right now, there's a lot of people that look for those idols, those heroes, and people get locked into a certain person, and then they can't recognize the flaws that those people have. And for me, I will say that people are shades of gray. It is not black and white. Right. There is no pure good. There is no pure evil, unless you're Jimmy Carter or Mr. Rogers. That's about it. Okay, there's pure good and there's pure evil, and people want those things to exist, and I don't think they exist. Look at our parents. Our parents are flawed people. You love them more than anything. So yes, my relationship with Mencia is that of a father, where I can look at him and be like, there's some things about you that I don't really like, but there's a lot of things that I do. And I would
Did you
not
ever have a conversation with him about it when things were going on? Anything you can share from that? No.
Nope.
Okay. But I'll tell you this. I've only met him
Is he working anymore?
Yes.
I think so.
Yeah, he works a ton.
I met him one time only at Ralphie's memorial. Ralphie May passed away.
Yeah.
And I hung with him at the bar at the Improv for a little while, and we talked. And couldn't have been a more lovely guy.
Yep.
I thought. So.
When I was on the road with him, he would pay for my flight. He would pay for my hotel. He would, if we went shopping, he would say, "Throw whatever you want onto my pile, and I got you."
Wow.
So he took very good care of me. So it's this thing where it's like, I'm not gonna come on here and say anything that changes someone's mind.
I would say
you have
this.
your mind.
I think maybe it's been a long enough time that people should give him another chance.
1,000%.
I think so.
1,000%.
Yeah.
By the way, there are other comedians that have been accused of doing the exact same thing, very popular ones, that just the story came and went.
Right.
It was just there, and then it was like, the next day they're
Mencia was like, this Joe Rogan guy's just gonna blow over anyway.
But you know what I mean? Like, I think it's like when people got mad at Michael Vick coming back, where it was like, dude, Michael Vick went to jail. He paid his debt to society. I think Mencia's been in a comedy jail for long enough.
Let
to
the
where
man out.
we can go, okay.
It'd be funny if they let him out and the first thing he does is steal someone's